in order for me to sign my deal, I had to sit down at a table with Clive Davis, and they had to look at Clive and say, what do you think about this? And he was like, I'm in. That's when they signed the check. And then I had to go to like a bunch of parties with Clive Davis. Like, I didn't even understand. It was just like people that I didn't know who they were, just a bunch of like millionaires and billionaires and houses that didn't even look real. And Clive Davis used to tell me, just you stand right here, put his arm on my shoulder and say, don't move.
I said there was a party at Clive Davis's house, and that's where the story began. Clive Davis's house.
I know some guys who worked personally with Clive Davis, and they had to leave him before they hurt him. So I would say, and maybe I'm wrong, that if you tried it with them guys, why you didn't try it with him?
Right. But most likely.
And he never left Clive.
It seems today is the day we will begin our exploration of the murky depths of Hollywood rumors and rumor mills. This sector has witnessed it all, from crazy parties to hidden romances. Clive Davis, a legendary record producer, is known for attending some of the raunchiest parties in the history of the music industry. The secret relationship between Clive Davis and Diddy, which had been speculated about for years, has finally been revealed. If we're talking about Diddy, he's amassed quite a fortune in the music business. Where's the beef? Bad Boy. You must have heard of it by now. He's collaborated with famous people like Notorious B.I.G. and Usher, and his business has exploded in popularity in a short amount of time. But what is the man's actual backstory? Jaguar Wright is dishing the dirt on Puff Daddy's industry dominance, wealth, and more. Strap in, folks, because things are about to get juicy.
Be moving niggas around, But he got that catalog. And he's been making money off of it, and it bought that big old mansion down the street from Rape Center.
We have the inside scoop on the latest music industry scandal. How did a young musician become so popular so quickly? His friendship with music industry icon Clive Davis may hold the key. Clive Davis is now well known in the industry as a record producer, but now he's famous for something quite different: his love life. Clive, who had 2 unsuccessful marriages under his belt, embarked on a quest of self-discovery to determine whether or not he was sexually attracted to males.
I opened up myself after the failure of my second marriage, never having had anything with a man, to see, could I be attracted to the person and not the gender? And I did find that
this introspection led him to the conclusion that he wasn't as straight as he had thought he was over the last half-century.
And not the gender. And I did find that I could be attracted to a man, while I still am very attracted.
After coming to this conclusion, Clive thought it was time for him to settle down with a man.
Then, in 1990, he entered into a monogamous relationship with an unnamed male doctor. That relationship ended in 2004.
Clive claims he has never felt any shame for having gay feelings for other men. I never felt shame. No, I felt puzzled. The subject of bisexuality really needs much more discussion. It's a status that does exist. Clive Davis has been in a monogamous relationship with a mysterious man for years, and now it has been revealed that the man is none other than the well-known music tycoon Diddy. It's common knowledge that the music business is rife with outlandish tales, but this one tops them all.
P. Diddy, known as Puff Daddy, known as Sean Combs. Allegedly in 1994, Sean Combs requested doing sexual favors for Clive Davis so that bad boy
Clive, who has been married twice before only to end up divorced, has chosen to investigate his attraction to men. After that, he started dating an anonymous man, and they were still together. Clive would not reveal his partner's identity despite going to events and trips together. But it wasn't long before everyone figured out that Diddy was the individual in the issue.
That being said, if you pay attention to a lot of pictures, especially with Clive and Diddy, Diddy is in a lot of places that...
The fact that Clive and Diddy are both out and about as a couple speaks volumes, as does the fact that they are frequent event attendees and pals. It's obvious that these two have known each other for a long time and share a particular bond. It's interesting to speculate about how their friendship may have contributed to Diddy's success in the music business.
They've been close for a number of years. Diddy first came around him in the early 90s, right around the time to when he entered another relationship with an unnamed male.
Diddy and Clive's friendship has been well known for years. Diddy is rumored to be gay, and Clive is in a committed relationship with a guy, thus, the chances of them dating are about as likely as seeing Snoop Dogg at a pot festival. Clive has never denied the claims, which is especially telling given how outspoken he is about his sexuality and relationships. And Diddy has been very mum about the whole issue. When Diddy first met the great Clive Davis, he was a 23-year-old budding musician. Diddy's hip-hop concepts wowed Clive even though they came from a world where competition is fierce. Clive describes how, at the time of their first meeting, he was looking for an artist who could make genuine connections with the public. Fortunately, he was able to find his ideal partner in Diddy. Puffy was 23 years, and I knew the artists that I had, Aretha, Dion, Whitney, was one kind of music, Davis says. Leatface ushered in blue-collared R&B at its height. But, sensing the hip-hop revolution, both Ella Reid and I agreed that we could use someone really attuned to the street. You gotta know what you can do for yourself, and you gotta know when you need to look to other people. Reportedly, Diddy was an employee at Uptown Records who reported to Andre Hall. When he met Clive Davis, though, everything changed. According to Clive's recollection, he was able to persuade him with his words. When I met with Puffy, he articulated that hip-hop should be part of the top 40 mainstream, and that the business would change in the future. And I said, what have you got to illustrate that point? And he played me Craig Mack's Flav It in Your Ear, and he played me the then unknown artist that he felt and believed so strongly. He played me 4 or 5 cuts from Notorious B.I.G. Clive seemed convinced of his vision after hearing this, as he reported back to Diddy that he was convinced. I said, okay, you proved your point. That's when I introduced him to the weekly, what we called singles meetings. I introduced him to an executive there as someone who would help lead us to the street and share in the forthcoming hip-hop revolution. Put the brakes on before we act on these shocking accusations. There's no denying Clive Davis's notoriety in the music business, but what about his private life? Now, after 2 failed marriages, he decided to test the waters of his sexuality and see whether he had any interest in guys. And with whom do you think he eventually settled into a committed, monogamous partnership? The one and only Puff Daddy.
There are a lot of stories, not rumors, stories going around about Clive Davis allegedly sleeping with men, that he was allegedly having rent boys, that a lot of the artists that didn't make it all the way to like a showcase.
Now, some people have speculated for years as to how Diddy became so successful so rapidly. But now that their relationship has been confirmed, it's easy to see why people could assume there was more than just business between him and Clive.
Or to actually signing a deal that he had sexual activity with these people before either dropping them or never signing them in the first place, more so of using them for sexual.
Clive has never dismissed the rumors that he and Diddy are an item, despite the fact that they have persisted for quite some time. Diddy, for his part, has never commented on the rumors. Clive has a history of helping new musicians break through, but we shouldn't assume anything about his motivations for teaming up with Diddy just because of that. After all, it was Clive who assisted Diddy in launching Bad Boy Records and who kept the label afloat financially for years. Sure, there have been rumors about Diddy's sexual orientation, but nothing is certain unless and until he makes an official statement.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying?
This was only one of several times when Diddy displayed overtly homosexual behavior. Former Bodyguard Gene Deal also shared some hilarious tales of Diddy's homosexual antics. He once caught sight of Diddy and another rapper sneaking out of the room wearing nothing but bathrobes.
Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked.
Diddy obviously wasn't worried about Gene finding out the truth about his sexual orientation.
He was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going.
The former Bodyguard claims that Diddy slept with anybody he wanted, both before and after Kim Porter's death.
He was with every chick, every dude, whoever he wanted to be with, you know, when Kim was alive, praying with them, doing whatever he had to do to be.
Diddy is aggressive in his pursuit of male musicians and rappers. He even tried to hit on 50 Cent once, but the rapper was having none of it.
It was lady's wedding. He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Everybody see, don't make like it's just me, man. Puffy do some like a little fluffy shit.
Reports claim that 50 Cent instantly saw through Diddy's invitation for a shopping trip and turned down the offer. It seems that Diddy wasn't only interested in seducing 50 Cent. Usher has revealed a few shocking anecdotes from his stay at Diddy's pad.
Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
camp.
what it was called.
Well, very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand.
Usher admitted in an interview that he was first introduced to sexual activity, drugs, and parties when he was just 14 years old. When obviously inebriated, Diddy once casually stated waking up next to Usher.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes.
Many of Diddy's followers are under the impression that he was pressured into dating Clive to advance his career. Someone penned, Sean Diddy Combs was given his bad boy imprint by artist Clive Davis, who is openly gay. What Sean had to do for riches is not uncommon for successful black men in entertainment and politics. All that glitters is not gold. Run your race. Let the next man run his. Several people believe that Diddy is gay because of the persistent rumors that have circulated about him for years. He would have acted quickly to counter them if they weren't valid. Diddy is deaf gay? I know, no grown straight man. That's not gonna address a gay rumor that's been circulating for years. Diddy has made it a point to immediately clear up allegations involving him and other ladies over the years, and his fans agree, which just adds to the surprise of this twisty tale. One person tweeted the exact same thing. Diddy has cleared up the side chick claims but has yet to clear the gay rumors. Although Diddy and Clive have been together for quite some time, they remain cagey about their relationship status. Nonetheless, there may be little dispute about their true intentions because of their obvious actions and behaviors. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye!